Where's my Reptar puzzle? I'm never gonna find him. Maybe we should find a nice game to play inside. What was I thinking? Over here! Quick, throw it! Throw it away! Where do you think you're going? Hey, not fair! That goose sure can waddle. Oh, boy, I'm gonna do some... Uh-oh, here we go again. Something not right about this.
The weather.
Carl and Damon here from Games, Brains and Headbanging Life with another episode of the Flashback series, and we are flashing back to the PlayStation 1 for an oddity. For some reason, a really beloved game. It seems like if you played this in your youth, you just have really fond of memories of it, which is how it works for us. It is, of course, you saw the title, Rugrats Search for Reptar, the platform video game that was released in North America on Halloween 1998 and in Europe in November in 1998 for the PlayStation and PAL region. Plus America. The game is based, obviously, on the popular Nickelodeon cartoon Rugrats, which aired. Right, actually, let's see if you know. How long do you think Rugrats ran for?
So what? I'm gonna say that I'm pretty sure it's still on TV. Do you know? I'm pretty sure it is.
It originally aired. That's only repeat. So originally aired. It's run like so when it was making original content.
Right. I'm gonna have to say. Because I remember watching this when I was like 5 or 6. So I'm going to say 91, 92.
It did start in 1991. When did it run to? So when did it finish?
I'll probably be confused. I'm going to say like 2001.
Oh, so close. 2004.
Oh.
Not bad. You're bang on, though. It went for over a decade.
I see. And even now, I can still watch it, and it's a good program, you know, and even the film. So our kids love it. So
excellent. That's how it works, generational. And of course, the game follows the main character of the cartoon, Tommy Pickles, who has lost his Reptar puzzle, and it features stages that are typically based on episodes from the television show. So, as always, things we like, things we don't like, favorite moments, scenes, and bits of music. That last one's one of the difficult ones here, as per usual. I'll get us started with a really cheap and easy one. Like I said at the start, I don't know what it is about this game, but I have a lot of fond memories of it. It was one of the first games, right? And I'm going to admit something now that we got when we had our PlayStation 1 chipped. I think that might be reason why I've got a lot of fond memories of it. Now, don't judge us on the chipping. Who didn't fucking chip their PlayStations back in the day? And we were kids. And be able to get games for £5 or £6. Full games, £5 or £6. Of course you were going to fucking do it. And I think the earliest games we got was like Metal Gear Solid, Rugrats, Tenchu Stealth Assassins. So Rugrats is very much the odd one out, obviously. But it just stuck. It sticks, you know, because of that, I think.
Yeah, oh man, it was a great game. So I'm pretty sure that what I say you're gonna have, but the two-player mode, the mini golf, the amount of hours we had playing that mini golf. I mean, we had so much fun. It was enjoyment. It was competition between us.
Of course, the mini golf, I've got it as well. The mini golfing bit at the end. I mean, I feel like we could have played an entire game of that. Because it was quite easy overall, and it was like 9 holes. I think we became obsessed with trying to do it all where you get a hole in one on everything, which actually was harder than it first seemed because of the difficulty in some of the actual one. But the mini golf segment, the part at the end, the bonus content, if they'd made an entire game of Rugrats mini golf, would have been an element, you know?
Definitely.
Got any more likes?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the variety of games, of levels. You know, I mean, there wasn't many levels. It was maybe like 7 or 8 levels.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're all different kind of levels. You know, I mean, you had like chasing a dog, being chased by a duck, just like that mirror world, and like all different types of levels. And they were always enjoyable. You know.
There were a ton of variety, and my next one is one of those variety levels, and that's basically after you've completed the puzzle, you get to play as Reptar in a kind of Godzilla destroying the city kind of thing. It wasn't brilliantly done, like because how the building's destroyed and out, and it ends in a dance number, which was weird, but it was a lot of fun. At the time, it was a lot of fun. I can't knock that. Yeah.
Another one for me is the voice actings. They had, the original voices.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so that's always good.
Yeah, agreed. And my last one is that it was aimed at children. Of course it was. And on that front, I actually think they nailed the aspect of the overall simplicity of it. It's not obviously a difficult game. If you're an adult playing it, you could probably breeze through it within an hour. The issues surrounding it are down to design and PlayStation limitations and stuff like that. But like if you wanted to buy a game for your kid back in the day, Rugrats Search for Reptar was a good choice. Yeah. Anything more?
No, that's it. I'm done.
Okay, then. Things we don't like then. Let's be honest. Even then, even more so now, but even then, it is ugly. Everything is sharp. Everything looks like it's got a jagged edge. It looks like if you run the kids into a corner, they'd cut themselves. Like that kind of thing. It is not a pretty game. It was not taking advantage of the PlayStation's capability. If you held up Rugrats Search for Reptar against, say, Resident Evil 2, and you can say, well, that's silly. And it's like, well, it's not really. They're both games for the same console. The one is like, wow. Like the difference is incredible. It is a very ugly game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, I mean, sort of on your sort of lines, but for me, was the camera angles and one specific level when you're being chased by the duck and you go run for the maze, going around corners, sharp corners. I mean, it felt like you had to have a steering wheel to turn the character.
Yep.
And you sort of always run into a wall, and then it did an annoying thing where you hit the wall and it bounced back. It wasn't just turn, it bounced back.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of touched two more that I have and one. So I agree. One of my biggest memories for the dislike side of things is the camera. The camera was horrendous and so bad, I think, that it could cause children who are playing the game to have a lot of frustration while playing it, particularly, and I'm going to roll it into the next one, particularly when doing the levels that have a bit more racing about them. So there are 2, I think. One where you're not being, you're saying you're getting it wrong. You're not being chased by the goose. You're chasing the goose because Chucky is on its back.
Yep. Sorry. Yeah.
And one where you're racing or chasing after Spike. And admittedly, there's no way to lose these levels because if they get to a fire ahead of you, they'll stop and wait. It's that kind of thing. However, those sequences are the worst because of how crappy the angles are, but also you already touched upon it, hitting things. And you'd hit them and it'd bounce, and it'd always make a noise like, and stuff like that. And it was just so annoying. It wasn't that much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one more dislike.
Go on.
It was going up and down the stairs of the Pickles house. It was easy getting down because for some reason as a baby you can literally jump the entire lot of the stairs.
True, I remember this.
Up the stairs. Literally, you didn't climb up. You had to jump up the stairs, and you jump fall down again, jump and fall down again. What that was so frustrating as me as an adult. Imagine what a child like.
Yep, it was. You would take ages as well. That's the thing. There were a lot of steps. It would take ages, and yeah, it's realistic to the baby climbing up the steps. But you're like, it's a fucking game, man. Make this a little bit easier. And my last one for dislike is not enough mini golf. That's the biggest problem. 9 holes. That's it, and it's a bonus thing at the end. It's not like they even considered it an important part of the game. You know, it was good that they added it, but there's just not enough of it. Favorite moments, scenes, or bits of music. I have one. And mine is the Rugrats theme song, which we obviously all know quite well. But in particular, there's one version of it that plays over the end credits. And what it is, it's like, it's less upbeat. It's almost a little bit sad sounding. It's a different take. It's the tune, you know, the melody, but it's a little bit different. I will put it in the video here. But it's different, and I always remember it quite like it stands out. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't picture that song in my head. So
What do you know what to do? Watch this video back at a later date.
Favorite moment will probably be a specific level for me.
Go.
And that'll be the mirror level where everything's upside down.
Okay.
Fun level, you know. I think you get to collect all different like old balloons. I think during the level, I think was, you know, it's a good level. Yeah.
I mean, there are a couple of us, as you say, levels that kind of stick out on my head. But you're right. When you talk about that one, I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember that. There's one where you're throwing things to destroy your father's robots. Yeah. Obviously the chase levels, we've talked about the Reptar level and stuff like that. But yeah, the fact that we remember so much of this game that we played back in 1998 around that era speaks volumes, I think. When was the last time you played it?
About 2 weeks ago.
Really? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. I've got it there somewhere.
Does it hold up, or is it pretty bad now?
I can play it for about half an hour. I mean, I still enjoy the mini golf, but yeah, I mean, get bored of it after a while.
I'm not surprised. Okay, cool. That's our flashback of Rugrats Search for Reptar. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?